If you're dealing with any unexplained health issues and are having trouble getting a diagnosis from any doctors, or if you're already under the treatment of a doctor but not finding any relief from the symptoms that you've been having, you're going to be surprised that there might be a very simple and inexpensive solution beneath it all. So this is the video for you if you're dealing with that. I'm going to be sharing with you 2 stories of people that are near and dear to me that went through life-changing, debilitating health issues and were bounced around from doctor to doctor and not getting any solutions that were actually helping them. And then come to find out, after doing their own digging and their own research, come to find out that it was a very simple and inexpensive solution at the bottom of it. And had they known about this from the get-go, it could have saved them so much pain, time, money, and energy. So I hope by sharing these stories with you, it will help empower you to know what to look for and what to ask your doctor when you go in for your checkup. I didn't know about these things either, so I've been learning through these stories. And by the way, I've been reading a lot of stories lately of hospitalizations, and this is around the world, by the way. I've been reading about hospitalizations and emergency doctor visits from people experiencing debilitating symptoms and coming to find out that it was that one simple solution. So I hope this is helpful for you. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm Michelle. This channel is all about optimizing your health and wellness from a mind, body, spirit perspective. So let's dive right into those 2 stories. The first story starts with someone who is dealing with unending, continuous hiccups every single day. I'm talking about at least 8 to 10 hours a day, every day for months on end. And this person went through a barrage of tests, from an MRI to a CAT scan to barium swallow, and was misdiagnosed with having acid reflux and put on medication for that. And it turns out it wasn't acid reflux, and the medication was absolutely unnecessary. And we need to keep these things in mind because medications have side effects. So we really want to look at all aspects of the picture when we're looking to heal something. Anyway, so this person, out of desperation, just started doing his own digging, his own research, and come to find out that there was a link with chronic hiccups to a vitamin C deficiency. And so out of that desperation, he tried high-dose vitamin C, and within 3 days was cured of the hiccups, and they never came back. And this is now years ago. So this to me is just so eye-opening because I didn't even know to look for these things when I was dealing with my own health issues recently. So the second story is another person near and dear to me that she is an avid competitive tennis player. She plays 4 days a week and has been doing so for years. It's been her life. And just last year, she started getting heart palpitations and was gasping for air and just she was just basically falling over on the court and couldn't figure out what was going on with her, and went to a slew of doctors as well, including a cardiologist, an ENT, a pulmonologist, and a hematologist. And I should also add that she had some other effects that she was dealing with, which included a sore throat and twitching in her legs. And so the doctors initially misdiagnosed her with having asthma, and they basically wanted to put her on the medication, but she kept pushing and it didn't feel like it was asthma to her. And that's another great lesson right here in this story, is that when you're going to the doctor and if you're getting certain solutions from the doctor, and if it doesn't feel right for you, it's okay to question that, and it's okay to do your own research, and it's okay to get a second, third, fourth opinion if you need to, because you gotta do what's best for you. Don't always trust what's given to you right there. Just do your research, be your own advocate. So this is exactly what this woman did. She dug in and she kept pushing. She said, it doesn't feel like asthma, it's not that, it feels different. Can we please keep figuring out what this is? And eventually they come to find out, after months on end, they come to find out that she had and this is the interesting part, it was vitamin B12 and zinc deficiency. However, her B12 was actually within a normal range on her blood work, but she was at the lower end of that range. So it passed by the doctors and they didn't even think about that until one of the doctors said, well, you know, the B12 is on the lower side. I'd like to see those numbers higher. And for whatever reason, she wasn't absorbing an oral supplement of B12. So she went through having it injected for her on a regular basis. I believe it was weekly. And very soon thereafter, after upping her B12 and her zinc, those symptoms disappeared and she's back to playing tennis and feeling great again. And I just ran into her and she looks so youthful. She has this glow about her. Her energy is back. I can see such a phenomenal difference just by upping her vitamins. So I want to share with you some of the common symptoms that you might find with certain vitamin deficiencies, but I'm not doing this in a way that please do not self-diagnose. Because it is always best to be under the guidance of a medical professional. But these are just to give you just some ideas of what vitamin deficiencies can lead to. So for an example, vitamin B6 deficiency can be linked with depression, confusion, nausea, anemia, susceptibility to infections, and skin rashes. That's a vitamin B6 deficiency. Vitamin B7, which is biotin, that deficiency can be linked to brittle hair and nails. I almost lost my place there. Brittle hair and nails, chronic fatigue, muscle pain, cramps, tingling in the hands and feet. That's a B7 deficiency. A B12 deficiency, and you have to be especially cautious of this if you're a vegan. You have to supplement for B12. And B12 deficiency can include fatigue, breathlessness, balance problems, numbness and tingling in hands and feet, difficulty walking, loss of appetite and weight loss, confusion, poor memory, brain fog, depression, dementia, paranoia, and even hallucinations on the more intense end of the scale. So a vitamin C deficiency has been linked to fatigue, depression, painful and swollen joints, rough, bumpy skin. You get easily bruised, you have slow healing wounds, bleeding gums and tooth loss, fatigue and irritability, unexplained weight gain, and chronic inflammation. That's vitamin C deficiency. An iron deficiency, which often occurs in conjunction with a vitamin C deficiency because they work together. An iron deficiency can include paleness of skin, fatigue, trouble breathing during exercises, dry skin and hair, headaches, and spoon-shaped fingernails. And a zinc deficiency is correlated with hair loss, diarrhea, loss of appetite and weight loss, feeling irritable, wounds that won't heal, catching colds and infections easily, lack of alertness, decreased sense of smell and taste, blurry vision, and brain fog. That's zinc deficiency. So you have to be mindful, again, don't self-diagnose, but these are just some key things to remember, that if you're dealing with some really weird health symptoms, you want to get a full panel of blood work. It's checking out all your vitamins and make sure that they are not only within the range, but that they are optimal for you. So if anything in this video resonated for you, or if you have your own story that you've dealt with and come to find out that it was something simple like a vitamin deficiency, please share it in the comments below. I love to hear stories like this, and I love to hear from you what resonates for you on this video. If you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. I so look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for being with me.